2017 brought severe drought to much of East Africa. Somalia was particularly hard hit. Large numbers of livestock died and millions of people were displaced.
Somalia suffers from recurrent climatic shocks every year, but every few years it has a regional impact. It's much severe than previous years because of the loss of several consecutive rainy seasons.
And, says Jordi Raich of the International Red Cross, animals are everything to pastoralists. Recovery could take years.
And I think that even if the drought is over, and again, it's a bit too early to say that, but even if the drought is over, again, people, pastoralists, will not get the animals out of the blue, while farmers still have a chance to plant their fields again, hope for the rain, and grow food.
Elsewhere in the region, that is not the case. In South Sudan, war, not drought, is the cause of hunger. And the government has faced accusations that it has hindered aid.
Basically, what's happened now is that from October to December, we're in the harvest season, when the harvest should be coming in and food security should be at its best time in the year. But this year, for the first time, there are 25,000 people in South Sudan who are facing famine conditions in parts of South Sudan during the harvest. And last year, there were absolutely no one facing famine conditions during the harvest time.
In February, 2 areas of South Sudan were designated as famine-stricken, although later in the year, the classification was removed. However, the WFP says that the number of people at risk of starvation in South Sudan has doubled from last year.
The economy is in a meltdown. There is something like, for basic food, there are price rises of 250% in the last year. So the situation is becoming untenable for greater and greater numbers of people.
In August, the 1 millionth South Sudanese refugee crossed the border into northern Uganda. The rapid influx has strained the local food supply and left aid agencies scrambling.
I faced a lot of loss. I left everything there. Crops that I harvested are in the store and in the garden.
Exacerbating the effects of severe drought and rising food prices, the fall armyworm wreaked havoc on crops across the continent. In Kenya, the price of maize nearly doubled over the long-term average. And so people in East Africa are hoping that 2018 brings more consistent rains, good harvests, and peace. Jill Craig, VOA News, Nairobi.